Hello and welcome back. Sorry for not having a video last week, but I was redoing my sound booth and rearranging a lot of my apartment. It's a little bit smaller, but it has better insulation, so if I want to record, I don't get so much extraneous noise, and if I want to play, I can play maybe a little later in the evening without bugging anybody. So anyway, the tune I want to look at today is called The Holly Bush, and I got it from Catherine McAvoy's playing, among other places, on the Hup channel. So the basic tune is like this. So this is a great tune, especially with those C naturals that give it just a really lovely sort of suspended feeling. So let's just dig into this here. So you'll notice the first part, very bouncy. And I'm using glottal stops there to accentuate the pulse. And an easy way to figure out where some of these might go is to try lilting or singing the tune to yourself and seeing where you naturally put in slurs versus little staccato elements. So, dum da 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 ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da 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 ba da 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 dum da da ba da da ba da da da. So. I think you can really learn a lot from singing or lilting these tunes, just because I think it removes the technical element of playing the flute and allows you to just focus on what the music sort of wants. So I really advise you, even if you can't sing, do it when no one can hear you, do it in the shower, because I've certainly got a lot out of it, so hopefully you will too. So anyway, for the A part, there's a couple different variations Catherine puts in. That's the basic first part, and then the second time we're gonna go. She just does a straight walk up. And then she just hangs on an F sharp roll. And apart from giving you a chance to take a breath, kind of helps just build tension or answer the walk down that we set up earlier. So the whole first part. And she always ends on a really nice long low D. So then for the B part, again, a couple different ways. She does a little bit of a back and forth between the two endings. So. And that's just a straight walk up, ends on a B, or does it end on B? Ends on an A. With no cut, which I find is just kind of a gentler way to play it. But then the second time, she puts that cut in there to make it a little bit more aggressive. And the same thing on the second time around. She does a little rock back and forth between the A and the B, as opposed to just a cut or a roll. And at some point, she also does a roll on A instead of going A and then two E's. So instead of, sorry, that's two D's, but same thing. Or, so a lot of different ways to play that. And another thing I'm a big advocate for, especially when you have particularly long, complicated phrases that are just part of the standard way of playing the tune, I think it can be fun to introduce some variation by simplifying those parts as opposed to making them even more complicated. It's kind of just a chance for people to sort of catch their mental breath. So on that last part, you can also go. And that just introduces a little bit more swing, a little bit more lift, I think. But of course, doing that entire walk up is really satisfying. So anyway, with all that in mind, here is how I generally play this tune. Well, anyway, I hope this was fun, and I'll see you next time.